Hi, my name is Carrie Sanders, and this is my professional disposition. I feel that I embody almost all of the characteristics that we are looking at. Respect for diversity is something that I have to have, considering I teach in a special ed classroom right now. I have a multitude of disabilities. I have a multitude of cultures in my classroom, so I hold dear to the respect for the amount of diversity in my classrooms. Professional conduct. I might need a little help with professional conduct since before I was a teacher, I was a paraprofessional. So learning how a teacher conducts themselves versus a para educator conducts themselves is something I really truly need to work on, and I feel is really important. Curiosity. My husband says my problem is my constant curiosity to better myself and to learn as much as I can about all disabilities and the latest treatments and the latest discoveries in how to work with this unique group of students. Honesty. This is me to a T, and sometimes I have a hard time smoothing out how honest I am. I feel that teachers and parents need to understand exactly and be truly honest with their where their child is so important. I don't feel we need to sugarcoat a lot of stuff, but being honest and having integrity for education is so important. Compassion. This is my true calling. I'm so compassionate about teaching children with special needs. It's all I've ever wanted to do. And not just children with special needs, all children. I feel that they need to have that one person every day that is going to give them a hug in the morning and before they get on that bus and say, tomorrow's going to be a new day. I think of you. I care for you. Come to me. Advocacy for my students. I am a big advocate for my students, and I like to teach them how to advocate for themselves. I work in a middle school classroom. I don't want my students to use their disability as an excuse, but I want them to also understand that because they have this disability, they also have accommodations built in, and I want them to know those accommodations so when they're out in general education classes, they are able to advocate for themselves. Dedicated. I don't think you're going to find someone more dedicated to what I do. A lot of people say that, but I truly believe that this has been my calling, and I will do whatever it takes for my students to succeed, whether it's the smallest eye contact of a student that is severely disabled to teaching kids multiplication division and able to go from a self-inclusive classroom to getting into a resource classroom. My students know that I have high expectations for them, but I also have extremely high expectations for myself. I think that if you don't strive to be the best at what you do, there's no reason to be doing it. I don't want to be a mediocre teacher. I want to be a teacher that sets the bar high and hold your kids responsible to reach that level. My students understand this every day, but also we give each other grace when we don't meet those expectations in a daily basis. Fairness. I think this is something that means a lot, but I'm having a little bit of a struggle with being fair with some of my students. I know what they're capable of, and I don't know if it's just my ability, my knowledge and my background and know what these kids can do, but I tend to be harder on the kids that are higher functioning and know that they're capable. So I think that's something I have to teach myself, is to be a little bit more fair and have some grace for my students in that aspect. And reflection. I think being able to look back on a daily basis and say, hey, this worked well, this didn't work well, and learn from it is important. I think self-reflection is more important than anything else when we're talking education. We need to know what works, what doesn't work, and in order to do that, we have to look at ourselves and reflect on every situation. I've never been more excited about my future, and teaching is my joy and my love, and I can't wait. Thank you.